So let's talk about the project first. Let's get that over with. So, hey, it's right here. Now, let's see here. Let's see. We're just going to run hypothesis tests. So this is a hypothesis test with candy. What is going on with my, there it is. Sorry, my camera is being annoying. We're going to test the claim with M&Ms. So it's very similar to what you did for the first part of the confidence interval one, the chapter 9 one. So you start off with what color did you have that was the highest count for you? And you don't want it to be 0.167. If it's 0.167 or close to it, choose something else, right? So for your p hat, just as a warning. So you write your color with the highest count here. So you say like red or something like that. And then you'd say how many are your color, right? This is the number of successes. So this is the number that are your color. This is the number in the bag. And then you find your p hat to 3 decimal places. And if it's close, anywhere close to 0.167, do something else. Choose a different number. Choose a different color. Get something that's not close to 0.167 for this one. Okay. Now, Willy Wonka is making some claims, right? So Willy Wonka is saying that more than 1/6 of M&Ms are red, or your color, right? Whatever your color is. In my case, it's red. So you have to write hypotheses here. Now, for starters, if you look at this, if you look at the setup, I've got a p hat here. And it's saying that more than 1/6 of M&Ms are your color. So are we talking means or are we talking proportions? Which type of test are we doing here? Oh yeah, it's proportions. Proportions. Your bag was a sample, right? Your bag was the sample, and right, it's going to be P equals and P something, and you're going to figure that out from what was written right up in here. And note, use the fraction. So can you guys figure it out? What fraction do we use? What's P equal to for the null hypothesis? We assume. Also, what direction are we going for the alternative? So it's going to be 1/6 here, 1/6 here. What's your direction? Yeah, Jace, it's this. Sorry, I need to take a drink. So it's right here. See that? See that? That's where that comes from. Right? So once you see more than a 6, now keep using a 6 through the whole thing. Fractions all the way. So when you get to your P0, because P0 is 1/6 now. That's what you're saying, right? Once you do this, this is P0, right? For all your formulas and stuff, right? Because it's the zero hypothesis. So P0 is that. All right, now verify your requirements. All right, I'm going to say what I said for the last one, right? You guys all know what this is, random, independent, normal, right? So for random, do not say given. It is not given because I did not write it anywhere. So you're going to have to make a little argument about why. It is random, but why? Talk about it. Like talk about your bag, right? Talk about how you got it. Talk about something, right? Something about, but it's not the word given. If you write the word given, you get no points because it's not given. Independent, we all know what that is, right? It's going to be little n is less than or equal to 0.05 capital N. But I'm going to tell you right now, you don't know the number for capital N. We've had that many times in worksheets and notes that you don't know the number. It's okay. You still have to write something, right? So it's going to be less than or equal to 0.05. Let me give you a hint. It's going to start with the word all, something like that. right? And then for normal, this is the one I really wanted you to watch out for. Make sure you do n times, no, this is a test, right? We're going to run into this today as well a little bit. So for hypothesis tests for proportions, they're the one thing that's a little weird. It says it right here, hypothesis test for a proportion, which is what we're doing, proportions, right? We're doing p greater than, we're doing a right-tailed test right here. So it says to check random independent normal. See how it says p0? Then you better use p0, right? A lot of students don't, and they lose points, right? It's p0 times q0. So you need a number times a number times a number. Use the fraction, right? 1/6 is your p0. And then you get a number and you see if it's bigger than 10, yay, or if it's less than 10, no, right? So some of you are going to be less than 10. Don't freak out. It's fine. I know that's going to happen. If you didn't buy a big enough bag, you're going to be less than 10. So it's okay. It happens. So just say yes or no, right? Just find your number, find your n times your p0 times your q0 and figure out if it's less than 10 or bigger than 10. If it's greater than 10, then yay. If it's less than 10, whatever. All right, everybody good. It's very similar to what you did for the confidence interval ones for chapter 9, which hopefully you're working on because that's due on Monday, right? So I'm giving you the same hint that you need. So just remember your chapter 9 project is due Monday, and this same idea is coming back, right? And this one's actually due the Monday after, right? The Monday of after Thanksgiving. So here, hold on. So this project, okay, so chapter 9's project is right here, and it's due 11/25, right? So the next Monday, right? 5 days from now. And then chapter 10 project is due December 2nd, which is the Monday after Thanksgiving. I will tell you this one's easier than the chapter 9 one. Just most students find it easier. So, okay, so that's that. Now, this part, we have to get a random level of significance. So you want to be careful. Don't do what we did in chapter 9. Chapter 9 project, a different thing. So chapter 10 right here. So if I click on that chapter 10 project in Canvas, it says random levels of significance are available here. Oh, and while I'm pulling this up, I'm just going to remind you all, you are not typing this. You are writing it out by hand, right? This whole thing. All right, so it says data, sample, the instructions are in the problem. Click here, say you want a sample size of 1. Actually, can I tell you the truth? If you pick 2, that you have to do this twice in the problem, or in this, I think only twice. So if you do 2, then you've got them done for both of them because you've got to do it again for number 10. So if you do 2, then you've got it. So be like 2, and there they are. And I've got one for number, whatever this is, 4, and then I've got my other one for number 10 all done. So, but that's your choice if you want to do that. All right, so right here, I would go, oh, okay, I'm going to do 0.14 right here, right? So that's my example, right? So you get your 0.14 or whatever. We're all going to have different values, so that's fine. And then down here, you're going to run the test, right? So step 1, HO, H1. Step 2, what's your alpha? Step 3, what's your Z0 and your formula and all that stuff? Step 4, what's your picture? Whee, right, picture. Step 5, compare your p-value and your alpha and make a decision. Step 6, da 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 da, right? It's the same steps it is every time, right? It's all on page 240. The formulas and the steps and then how to get it out of StatCrunch and what you're doing and da da da. It's all in there. Good. Everybody okay? And then as for number 6, we've been asked those questions frequently in the worksheet. So I'm expecting you all to know that. But I can tell you, you can check it out on page 197. Questions, troubles, questions? Anything? Anything at all? Nope. Okay. Well, the next one is just more of the same. It's just Skittles. They're literally almost identical problems. It's just that Skittles is doing a lowest count. If you're close to 0.2, choose a different color, right? Choose the second one. This will tell you right in here is your hypotheses, right? It's proportions again, I can tell you that. Like I said, they're almost identical problems, right? So you figure out your hypotheses from there, you verify requirements. It's pretty much the same thing as what you did on the last one. And then you've got your second confidence level right here, which I just did them both together at the same time. So I've got like 0.04 as my second one. So, but you could run it again if you need to run it again. So 0.04 is my second one. And then I put that in, and then I answer all the questions. And then I put my two significance levels here. So this is page 240 again, right? It's literally the same problem, right? It's just different numbers, but it's the same setup and everything. And then state your significance levels, like what were your two? So for me, it was 0.14 and 0.04. And then which one had the higher chance of type 1, which one? That's page 197. Notes. Right, type 1, type 2 error is 197. And if you remember what I told you guys, 196, 197. So here are the page numbers: 165, 166, 170, and 196, 197. Those all have good stuff to put on your note sheet for the exam.